So here we go again. And let's start with today's topic, which is energy. And I guess we've all heard the saying that everything is energy. So unless you understand what energy is, do we really understand anything? If everything is energy and we don't understand what energy is, what do we really know about anything? So, what is energy? Energy is a force of expression. And what does that mean? Did that get us anywhere? Do we know anything more now? So, first of all, energy in itself lets you know, the word energy lets you know that it's about electricity. And it is actually, okay, we can do, let's do one of those again. And we can do one of these and one of these. So, to make a long story short, so those of you who are not that interested in learning about what energy is, basically, energy is like, as we are all, uh, this is magnetic and this is electric. And this is, I guess, feminine, masculine, esoteric, exoteric. And so, yeah, like I said, energy, the short explanation would be uh, oh, okay, it's the force of expression. So once the potential meets the action, like we did in the infinite potential action video, then energy is created. That completeness of action in the potential, that forms energy. Without one, there won't be any energy. It's just and just as within, without, it is the exact same thing. So go in the yin and yang symbol is kind of what energy is. And it is about unifying polarities. So once you unify both without, within, magnetic, electric, feminine, masculine, then you create energy. But if you just have two positives, there will not be energy. Two positives cannot create energy. Uh, as you combine both sides, positive with the negative. Oh yeah. Oh, this is negative, positive. So let me just color that in. So the okay. So there is no energy without integrating both sides. This is all coming back to what we've been discussing in every episode. It's just what energy is. If you just add two positives together, there will not be energy. Just as you try to create new life with just using the same sex, like two females or two males, there will not be new life created. But once you add masculine with the feminine, now you can create energy, new life, new form. So energy is just that wholeness of the opposites, the polarities unified. That is what energy actually is. There is nothing, like no energy cannot be created without the without unifying polarities. And the more we start diving into the yin and yang symbol, there will be another video where I'm not saying that this will become obsolete, but let's say that the meaning of this will change in well, I will explain that later. But even in the symbol itself, there are the dark with the light. There is, but within the dark there has to be the light. As with the light there has to be the dark. And this is just the completing the two opposite polarities. In energy there is, so this would be charge and this would be discharge. So even in batteries, like the AA battery, there has to be the positive end, which is the charge, and then there's the negative, which is the discharge. If there was just two positive sides, you would not get any power out of that. So it's just I guess the message is, it's kind of getting quite clear on how everything works in this reality, is integrating both sides. So, and just as there's gonna be another video, like I've said before. breath of life. So that's like the perfect example of charge and discharge. Like you take a deep breath in, you're charging your system, and you discharge by exhaling. And that is one breath. There has to be charge and discharge. And that's just the opposites, but they are all like breathing only, like just inhaling alone. That's, yeah, I guess that's just impossible. Just as you try to exhale but not inhale in between, you would run out of breath. So, and that is one breath. That's one breath. Just inhaling is just inhaling. That's just charging. But without the discharge, that would not work. And that is the breath of life. We're gonna do a separate video, like I've said, on breathing. Life is created by unifying polarities. Energy, like everything is energy. N means electricity. And it's just once you unify the polarities, now you're able to force the expression, and expression is something coming out. It's exiting. So now that you have created something, now it kind of is brought to life. So now it's kind of exiting, like whatever, exiting the womb, like the child is exiting the womb. So that's the expression of the energy being created. So is there such thing, like we also hear a lot of talk about like there is negative energy or there's positive energy. And like is that a thing, or is that like you need to have both sides to even create energy? So energy by itself is just the force of expression, which is by default that this is neutral. This is what it looks like. But it is your point of view, your experience. Experience has the X in it as well. It is kind of external thing. But there's, just like with everything, there is like in the external there has to be internal. Like you cannot have one without the other. You can be more masculine, but you will also be feminine. You will always have both sides. Trying to deny one of your sides is not being able to integrate the wholeness, the completeness. So this is like the creation of the universe as well. Your universe is created through this principle. Nothing exists outside this. There is nothing outside this. Once you start creating, you start unifying polarities. And more like life can feel unbalanced once there's too much masculinity or too much feminine. Like we need both at all times. And let's say that you uh, like it's a bit of a paradoxical thing. Like let's say that you feel low on energy. It's just your vibrational state being kind of low, but the energy is always there, and it's up to you what you do with it. But let's say that you feel like you're low on energy, so you feel like, okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go for a walk in nature. Okay, so if you think about that, you are already low on energy. Why would you use your energy to go for a walk in nature? Like, shouldn't you just try to preserve the energy that you have left? But this is what how it actually works as well. So you're feeling low on energy and you go for a walk. Walk uses muscle, which is masculine. And you go, this is the charge. Right, okay? So by going on that walk, you're actually using energy. You're using your masculine muscle energy to go on a walk. But with that walk, you are charging the feminine. The masculine always allows feminine. Like it's just the most beautiful union between the two. Like they both they support each other unconditionally. So okay, so you're going on that walk. So you're using your masculine, your muscle, your physical to go on that walk in the nature. That is to charge your feminine. So your exoteric masculine charges your within. Your magnetic self gets charged. So even though you actually use energy by going on that walk, you're physically consuming energy. Well, energy can never be consumed, but this is the creation. By doing this physical walk, you create this, like this enables this and this enables this, but in this example you use the masculine to charge your feminine, or the energy that you feeling, or that you're raising that vibration by going on that walk, and you're creating, not creating, you're charging the feminine vibration, and now the within feels energized because the external did the charge. Does that make, I'm not sure if that makes any sense, but this is kind of how energy works. So I don't know, there's some, I don't know who even said the everything is energy, but it doesn't really matter. Everything kind of is energy, but unless you understand what energy is, which is kind of this idea, then you kind of have the knowing understanding on how you get to take full control over your own energy, and now you can start to consciously use that energy or charge this, like, now you kind of understand why walking in the nature, even though it is a physical act that consumes energy, but it creates energy as well. So this is the basic principle. So if we think about the cosmic, let's call it the cosmic pendulum. So it is in constant swing between the positive and the negative. This is your perspective on your universe. It can feel more positive or more negative, but it is in constant, and in positive there's always negative. Like in yin and yang, there's both sides at all times. Like there is, if something exists, there everything exists in that. Like, and everything is always just the two sides, the polar opposites. With the energy, it is your electric chi, life force, force of expression, inner chi. And like I said in one of the first videos, I'm not sure which one, right now, like right now, the moment is the current moment. Current is your energy flowing. Constant flow of energy is the current. Current is always in the electric systems where there's positive and negative. And there won't be any current, there won't be any flow of energy without both combined. That's just how energy works. So the current moment, it is now. And more you see what this is, and I guess what the yin and yang beautifully demonstrates is balance. And even the balance doesn't have to be the same for everybody. It doesn't have to be like we are all feminine this much and all masculine this much. No. This is your experience. As long as you feel like your feminine and masculine are balanced, it is completely up to you if the feminine side of you is a lot less and the masculine side is the more dominant. But there needs to be a balance. And if you don't have the balance, then this doesn't apply, because there's too much like it's all dark or just all light. And that's what I've been telling about this so-called spirituality seeking thing, because they only want to sell you this side, the light side of things. This is the human experience. There are shadows and there are light. trying to deny one is gonna cause that friction, the chaos, the turmoil. All energy, like energy is not like a linear thing. It doesn't do straight lines. Energy is the way energy behaves is always in a spiral. It's always in a spiral. This is how energy is performing. This is the way energy expresses through a spiral. So, and this is where we're gonna get to the heart again. And that's, like I've said before, the heart video is gonna be the big one, because that's gonna explain how this comes through your heart. So if everything is energy, and I'm not denying that it is, but that's just the saying, the common saying that we hear so many times. Everything is energy. What is energy? It is the force of expression. Expression of the two sides unifying the polarities, accepting your feminine side or your masculine side, being magnetic has that strong pull. Electric is that action, charging. So we all have both sides within us, and this is just you getting the understanding of how you actually can use your energy, your life force in the current moment. And we're going to talk about the spiraling aspect of the energy much more once we do the heart, because it's kind of more relevant to that video. Just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So in all energy, there are 7 tones. It's 10 octaves, 10 octaves with 7 tones. And this is where we're gonna get to the well, I guess the 7 was explained in the video of 7, but once we start to go into the dimensions, the 15 dimensions, and what the first 7 are and what the other 8 are, then we get to know we're gonna have the understanding of this, the power of the spiral. But we're gonna save that till the next videos, upcoming videos. So I guess that is it for energy. Gonna do hard. We're gonna explain this in a bit different way. Yeah. So yeah, let's just keep going. There's gonna be another video a week from now, Wednesday as well. So we're off to a okay start. So yeah, know your energy, feel your energy, and after that, start mastering your own energy by charging it where it's needed. like putting that charge where it's needed. Like I just like a simple explanation, the walk in nature. You use your masculine to charge your feminine. And sometimes it is the opposite. The feminine charge, you've had a long workout or you work hard. Your masculine energy is very low. This is where your feminine uh, energy comes in. And just like in relationships, that's very important when you are actually sharing your life with somebody, that the masculine and feminine are also in balance. Okay, so once again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for watching.